Hi everyone, tonight I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious and comforting soup. I'm using cabbage and kielbasa, which is a smoked Polish sausage. My readers and people watching from South Africa, you know this as Russians. You know that delicious smoky paprika flavored sausage? That's what I'm using here. That comes in really low in carbs, but it's probably a good time to talk to you about the difference between dirty keto and clean keto. So the ketogenic diet is first and foremost an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Yes, absolutely, it's important that we keep the carbs really low, the natural fat high, and the protein moderate. But we can't ignore the fact that there are a lot of items in the supermarkets that come in really low in carbs, but can still be considered inflammatory because they're processed. And kielbasa, or Russians, any kind of processed sausage, falls into that category, and I'll tell you why. So this sausage is only 2 grams of carbs for 100 grams, which is a decent sized piece. But it also contains wheat, soy, and a whole bunch of things that I cannot even pronounce. That should be your key. If you see anything on a label that you cannot recognize, walk on. However, I'd be absolutely lying if I said that Mark and I lived clean keto all the time. That's impossible. We try and live clean keto as much as possible, but we certainly indulge in a bit of salami, reduced sugar ketchup, and kielbasa, which is just dreamy. So this recipe just serves 2 people, but of course you can double the ingredients if you're cooking for your family. You're going to have some kielbasa, which you've sliced into nice thick rounds, some celery, lard, and cabbage. In the recipe, I refer to using the inner soft leaves of Savoy cabbage, but you can use regular white cabbage as well. It might take a little bit longer to soften and cook through, but it works just the same. Add your lard and just gently melt it over a moderate heat. So over this moderate heat, you're just going to add your celery, which should be very thinly sliced, and you're going to gently cook that until they soften completely. So you'll notice in my recipe that I actually fry the white parts of spring onions at the same time that I fry the celery. We couldn't get any spring onions, maybe it's COVID, who knows, but I just left them out tonight. But I do encourage you to do it. I actually keep the white ends separate, fry that up, and then I garnish with the green ends. Once your celery is softened, you're going to add your cabbage, bay leaf. Dried bay leaves are much more flavorful than fresh ones, and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Just get that cabbage nicely coated in the melted lard. You can smell the smoked paprika. It's beautiful. I love ground paprika and I love ground smoked paprika, but they are very different and each have their place. So please check the recipes to see which one I used. In this one, I used smoked paprika. It's that beautiful flavor that we know from chorizo and all those other lovely Spanish dishes. So you can see now how the cabbage is softened lovely. Now we're going to add our kielbasa and the chicken stock. I'm going to cover this with a lid while it cooks. It's not a complicated soup. I mean, it's actually so humble. Pick out that bay leaf. Make sure both of you get a good amount of that delicious kielbasa. What a mess. I hope you love this soup, especially those in the Southern Hemisphere that are going into winter now. One last reminder, follow me on social media and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you next time. So, but we can't relax up. So this sausage is only 200, no, is it okay?
It was good, yeah.
What do I want to say? So use the one that I specified for best result. Okay. I love gut. So please check which. Holy crap! Let me just do it again. Find some tongs. Well, now you're being weird.
Yeah, just go.
See you next time. Well, that's crap because I'm not seeing. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Ugh. Just one last subscriber. Oh, what does that mean? That doesn't even mean anything.
Thanks
Okay.
for watching.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Please follow. One more time, especially those in the summer. You're being a big knob today.
I'm not. Okay, go.